Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a pretty amazing tech revolution that's happening in a place we all know, a place we all trust, the local pharmacy. We're going to dive into how technology is aiming to solve some of its biggest and oldest challenges and really see what the future of our prescriptions is going to look like.
Just think about that for a second. What if you never had to worry about getting the wrong pills or an incorrect dosage? What if you never had to wait around for a prescription, only to be told it's out of stock? It sounds so simple, but getting there is a massive, massive challenge. And this very question? Well, it's right at the heart of the Smart Pharmacy project.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by looking at the problems plaguing traditional pharmacies. Then, we'll introduce the high-tech solution, peek inside to see how it works, weigh the pros and cons, and finally, take a look at what's coming next.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the pharmacy problem. Because, to really get why the solution is so cool, you first have to understand the challenges that pharmacists and all of us as patients face every single day.
Now, what's really striking here is just how familiar all of these issues are. I mean, human error is a huge risk in such a high-pressure job, and it leads to a shocking number of dispensing mistakes every year. And we've all been there when poor inventory management means our prescription isn't ready. Add in just general inefficiency, and you get longer wait times. These aren't just little annoyances, right? They can have a real impact on our health and our safety.
And that brings us perfectly to our next section, introducing the Smart Pharmacy. This is where technology steps up to the plate with a really powerful answer to all those problems we just talked about.
Okay, so what is a smart pharmacy exactly? Well, you can see the definition here. It's basically a whole new way of doing things that weaves together artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and robotics. And the goal isn't just to be shiny and new. It's to fundamentally upgrade how our medications are managed, from the moment they're made all the way to our medicine cabinets.
But here's the most important part, what all this tech is trying to do. It's not just robots and sensors for the sake of it. The real mission here is to make our medication use safer, to help us actually stick with our treatments, to make the whole process way smoother, and to use all that data to keep getting smarter and better.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look inside one of these high-tech pharmacies. How do all these different pieces of technology actually work together to build a smarter, safer system?
This slide just nails the biggest, most visible change. On the left, you've got the old way, manual, slow, and open to error. But on the right, that's automated systems. We're talking about incredible robotic systems like one called PillPick that can pick, package, and label medications with incredible speed and accuracy. It almost completely takes human error out of the equation.
Okay, next up is the Internet of Things, or IoT. You can think of this as the pharmacy's central nervous system. You've got smart sensors on the shelves that track every single bottle in real time. They can automatically reorder drugs before they even get low. And for medications that are super sensitive, like insulin, these sensors also monitor the temperature 24/7. That's a guarantee that they're stored safely and will actually work when you need them.
This is where things get really, really powerful. AI basically acts as a super smart co-pilot for the pharmacist. As you can see in the table, it has algorithms that can scan a patient's health records in an instant to flag dangerous drug interactions or allergies. And beyond that, it uses predictive analytics to see what's coming, like forecasting demand for flu medication in the fall to make sure the pharmacy always has what the community needs.
And at the end of the day, all this tech is about making the patient's, your life easier. We are talking about mobile apps for one-click refills, virtual consultations with your pharmacist from your couch, and even secure drug tracking. That one uses blockchain, which is basically an unhackable digital receipt that proves your medicine is the real deal. And yeah, even drone delivery. Walgreens is already partnering with a company called Wing to test this stuff out.
But of course, a change this massive doesn't just happen overnight. It's not that simple. So it's really important to be realistic and look at both the incredible upsides and the very real hurdles.
This slide does a great job of laying it all out. The benefits are pretty clear, right? Way more safety, more speed, and more control for patients. But the challenges are serious. I mean, the initial cost for all this robotics and software is really high. Protecting our sensitive health data is a huge, huge responsibility. And you have to retrain the entire pharmacy workforce for a brand new, tech-focused job.
So, with all that on the table, where is this whole thing heading? Let's take a quick look into the crystal ball and see what the future of our prescriptions might hold.
Well, the future looks even more connected and way more personal. I mean, imagine AI helping to create drugs that are tailored to your specific genetic code.
Or think about a world where your pharmacy, your hospital, and your insurance company can all share data safely and seamlessly to coordinate your care. Even the planet gets a win, with IoT helping to make pharmacy operations more energy efficient.
You know, this quote from the source material really just sums it all up perfectly. This isn't just some niche idea for a few wealthy neighborhoods. The long-term vision is for smart pharmacies to become a core part of healthcare everywhere, adapting to the needs of different communities all across the globe.
And that leaves us with one final, really big question to chew on. Does all of this incredible technology mean the end of the neighborhood pharmacy that we grew up with? Or will it actually free up pharmacists from just counting pills so they can provide more of that personal advice and human care that no robot can ever replace? It's definitely something to think about.
So, if we've sparked your curiosity today and you want to dive deeper into the business plans, the feasibility studies, and all the tech behind this project, the original source has a ton of great information. For more, just visit the FAIR Solution website.